Gunerdza is 3 years old. Although he is not a large male, he is very cunning. His father goes back to Black Ekemen, the champion of Turkmenistan in 1980. On his mother's side, he descends from the famous Uchgun, a very strong fighter.
Akıllı. Alabai кличка его, 3 года.
Alabai is 3 years old, from the line of Murat Ajdar, the 3-time champion of Labap, one of the 5 regions of Turkmenistan. Garagos, 3 years old, is the grandson of Baybars, champion of the city of Mary in 2018. On his mother's side, he goes back to Garabash, the finalist of the 2018 championship of Turkmenistan.
Гарагёс. А ему сколько возраст? 2,5 года.
Tomasha, if I'm not mistaken, is 3 years old and undefeated. His line goes back to the legendary Kor Gaplin. Garakan is 1 year and 4 months old, descended from the famous old Yolbars. His mother is a shepherd's dog taken from the herders for breeding.
Вес где-то 62, будет его 60.
Perfect rear leg structure.
Чужую машину долбит уже. Факеру идет 2 года.
We are in Ashgabat, the capital of Turkmenistan.
Дерзкий, да? Классно.
This male dog is a guest from the Labap region, from the Moscow collective farm. He is dangerous, one of those street fighters who love to fight. Our brindle Alabai won, and the main prize was a goat. Congratulations to the owner and his dog on the victory. Akgush is 3 years old, a very strong and enduring male.
Год Гарагёс, 3 года. Акуш.
Dovran is the owner of the famous Gyawirs Burgut, one of the strongest fighters in Turkmenistan today. He owns a farm and has repeatedly seen Alabais fight wolves. First, the Alabai breaks the wolf's spine. Once he is sure the wolf cannot stand up, he steps away. Then younger dogs finish the wolf, eating the stomach and its contents. Of course, not always are dogs stronger. Wolves act the same way. The native wolfhounds live almost the same as wolves. The only difference is that the wolf attacks the sheep while the Alabai protects them. And of course, the dog has a shepherd who gives him a piece of bread while wolves don't. I am not saying that the wolf is easy prey. He is a serious killer, especially when hungry. This is how training and preparation of young dogs take place. In other cases, the Alabai strangles his prey. All these collars are handmade. Their price is not high, about $15. Some are personalized with the dog's name. Now we will finish looking at them and go to my friend's kennel.
Ну сколько они ходят вообще так вот по времени, если взять, да?
Как это? Год даже никакого проблемы.
Не меняется, да?
Нет. Просто его не надо выкидывать там, куда попало.
Да.
Аккуратненько все.
Смазывать, короче. Смазку да ласку любит, да?
Это с эмблемой.
Да. Ну голову можно было бы и попороднее поставить, конечно. Один хороший, другую голову поставь туда.
Нет, ассоциация же.
Ага. Эти цветные, да?
Да, кожаный. Один слой кожи, внутри лента.
Не, ну вот эти хорошие, строгие вот. Чисто без лишнего пафоса. Все. Номер 64 48 81, да?
Да. Шлейки кожаные.
Угу. Они почем?
400-500 манат.
А вот эти вот почем?
Эти по 120 манат. Именные на заказ.
Можно, да, сделать?
Да. Эти вот саладжашка. 60 манат.
Угу. Все.
The Grood is 2 years and 4 months old, a native wolfhound brought from the mountains. He was born among shepherds, a true working dog. One of the distinctive traits of Turkmen Alabais is their loyal and friendly attitude toward humans. Aggressive dogs are not kept in Turkmenistan. They are eliminated, as it has been for centuries. We took him to the farm for guarding. We brought him just yesterday, yet he acts as if he has lived here all his life. He is not used to wearing a collar, which makes him a bit stiff, preventing a full evaluation of his structure. He has a very correct build. With a shepherd, he can walk through the mountains for 40 or 50 kilometers. Despite being a herding dog, he is not small, quite large, around 63 to 65 kilograms, and 79 centimeters tall at the withers. Now we will show you a fragment from an interview with our friend Alikan Latifi, an expert on Central Asian wolf dogs from Tajikistan. Someone wrote to me on a forum, "We achieved in 10 years what your shepherds could not do in 4,000 years. We created a dog weighing 100 kilograms. Look at it. Your shepherds are just unskilled and ignorant." I replied, "Our shepherds bred the Gisar sheep, the very breed you work with. It is the largest sheep in the world. If our shepherds had needed the biggest dog in the world, they would have created it. What is the problem? The people who made the largest sheep could surely make the largest dog. It simply was not necessary. Our dogs work perfectly against any predator found here, from foxes to bears and leopards. That does not mean they deliberately go and kill them. Their job is not to fight. For some reason, in books and on forums, people often write that a dog must fight a wolf. But does a wolf want to fight? No, it never does. A wolf fights only when the dog forces it. And a flock guardian dog fights only when there is no other choice. It does everything possible to keep the predator from even approaching the herd. Direct contact is not good for the dog either. Every year, especially in autumn when the flocks move down from the mountains, we see many dogs injured by bears or wild boars. Boars, that is mostly during hunting, when dogs try to find food for themselves. But the ones wounded by bears were protecting the herd. Alexander himself witnessed bears attacking a flock. We often see dogs with torn noses, broken jaws, and ripped sides. But they keep doing their job. If a shepherd needed a dog that could sit on a bear and crush it, he would have such a dog. But apparently no one needs that kind of dog. Besides, such a dog could not even feed itself. We ran such experiments. We took kennel-bred dogs, Russian ones from breeding centers. The names do not matter. You cannot place an adult dog in a flock, not even ours. If you raise it in a city and try to move it to a herd, it is useless. We tried that. We also raised puppies among the herd. Still did not work. So these are different dogs, not only in size but also in physiology. Those kennel dogs constantly need feeding, always looking for something to eat. If you do not feed them, they will sneak into a tent and steal something. I have never seen a real shepherd dog behave like that. Another thing, they always look for shelter from bad weather. A true flock guardian lies calmly under snow or rain and keeps doing its job. Those other dogs always look for cover, under a car, inside a tent, anywhere. One shepherd said, "You know, I go out at night and your dog is sleeping, but I am sleeping too." I kicked her, but she did not react. Take her away. Why do I need a dog that sleeps when I sleep? A dog should not sleep when I do. If she does, who is watching the sheep? That is how it is. Today we have different breeds. The kennel dogs have their own advantages, but they are useless here.
Just as our native dogs might not suit those who work with Central Asian shepherds elsewhere.